Hello. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Amy Carrier, and as promised, I am here to do a New Year's live video for all of you. Hey, Vinny. Hi. I'm glad you're here. Say hello if you join in. I posted yesterday the video when I was reminded that I posted it 1 year ago, so New Year's Eve 2016. I did a video about what I could feel coming for 2017. And I heard from several people that it was helpful, and what I said was indeed what they experienced in some way. So, hey Vin, I decided I was going to do this again. Actually, I feel like I was really guided and pushed to do this by my own personal guidance in spirit. And so I wanted to help you all as well. So if you're watching, thank you for watching. And please just hit share because I think you might find this valuable and maybe some other people will as well. So first of all, today is 1/1. And 1 and 1 is 11, and 11 is a master number. And it also happens to be that 2018 in numerology is a master number 11 year. So if you add up the numbers of 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8, it ends up being 11. And 11 is a master number of manifestation and mastery and wisdom. And this is what we're going to see happening this year in 2018. And today, the first day of the new year, is happening under a super full moon. And super full moons are like more intense, super-sized energy of a full moon. And a full moon is a time of culmination, getting the outcome of some situation, something coming to its fullness or even to an end. That is what happens under a full moon. And today's super full moon is no exception to the rule, especially since our master number 11 year is starting under this energy. So I wanted to give you some insights about what this means for all of us. And I'm happy to answer some questions if you have them. Vinny knows, and some of the other people watching know about my gifts and what I do with the energy that I've been able to feel all my life, and I feel even more intensely than I used to. And what I'm really feeling for this year, and I've already experienced it myself personally, is that this is a year where we are being guided, whether we like the direction of the guidance or not. We're being guided to be exactly where we need to be, doing what we need to be doing. And of course, that means that we're going to experience course correction, either by our own choice or by circumstance. But course correction means that we're going to see new things start. We're going to be called into directions where we need to be going, but that also means that we're going to experience roadblocks and sudden ends to things. And you may even be feeling that energy today under this full moon. And I just want to encourage you to let whatever is happening, whatever is going to happen, let it happen. Because it needs to happen. And you are going to feel like you're trying to roll a boulder uphill if you try to make something happen that isn't meant to be. So allow spirit to guide you, and just allow yourself to walk down paths that seem to open more easily. And if you keep trying to do something and the door keeps closing, just walk away. You need to walk away, especially under this full moon energy right now, which is really ending things, strongly saying this is the culmination. This is as far as this path is going to go. So I feel like we're going to be guided quite a bit, and I feel that everyone's going to be rising into their own wisdom and their own mastery. And that wisdom could actually mean that you're suddenly realizing or acknowledging or allowing parts of yourself to be the full truth of who you are. Now, for me, I spent most of my life hiding my gifts and my skills. I actually got attuned in Reiki years ago, but I felt that it was too far out there for me to actually admit it and tell the world and allow people to hire me to be able to utilize my energy, which is quite powerful, to benefit through Reiki. And there have been a lot of other things, and I have a lot of gifts, and I have a lot of skills that a lot of people don't necessarily understand, but that's fine. They don't need to understand them. It's part of your journey to open yourself and open your mind. That's the thing. If you feel like you're a skeptic, there's part of you that is not willing to have an open mind, and life is going to ask you to have an open mind every step of the way, especially this year. So I encourage you to, hey, Sue and Alex and Maria and David and Stephanie, thank you for joining in. I encourage you to step into your own mastery here. And the guidance that I want to give you for that is really, how can you stay true to yourself this year? That means in your actions, in your decisions, in the truth you speak. And can you actually live your life out loud, living your truth? So if it's something that's been in your heart or in your mind and you feel like you've been hiding it and you aren't telling the truth about it, tell the truth. You've probably seen, as 2017 came to an end, at least really predominantly the second half of 2017, secrets were being revealed and people were coming out of the woodwork, so to speak, saying that they had been harmed or their boundaries had been crossed or they'd been violated. And that's because people are rising up and they're becoming strong enough to tell the truth. And that's what we need in the world. And one of the things I want to remind you, I know I listened to the video that I did on New Year's Eve a year ago. I was really encouraging everyone to just turn off your television. There's nothing on your television. There's nothing in media that's true. There's just not. It's all propaganda. It's all meant to scare you. It's all meant to control you. And when you awaken to that truth, and there's one difference. You can awaken to something. But if you keep fighting yourself and not living that truth that you're awakened to, you're making life very, very difficult for yourself. And in the process, you're not living your truth. We don't live for ourselves. We live for everyone else who ever encounters us and crosses our paths. And it doesn't matter what you do. If you're a teacher, if you're a surgeon, then it's obvious. We live, we do our work for other people. But, even if you are doing work that you feel like you don't encounter too many people outside of your life, you are. Everything you do impacts the people around you. So just be authentic to yourself. Don't worry about fitting into someone else's ideals. That's why I say turn off your television. Turn off media, turn off marketing, stop being sold things. You don't need to buy anything else. You don't need to contort yourself into something that you're not just for other people or just because someone on a screen somewhere, whether it's your television or your computer screen or your smartphone, because someone else is telling you it's the right way to do it. And this is happening absolutely everywhere. I teach entrepreneurship in my virtual classroom, and I can't tell you the number of times I'm marketed to from people who are saying, you're going to be making a 6-figure salary this year if you do it my way. But you know what? To do it their way means that I'm going to have to pay them a lot of money. And you're being sold something, and it's fine to buy products, but I want you to tune into yourself. Tune into your inner wisdom, your inner knowing. Listen to your gut. What is your gut saying about every situation, anything that anyone's trying to sell you? And it could be, an ideal, a political message, a product, a book. It doesn't matter. Even friendships sometimes are being sold to you. So listen to yourself. Step into your mastery in this master number 11 year, and trust that if something stops, it needs to stop. If a new door opens, it's because that's where you need to go. And I think we're all going to be very, very surprised about how things change this year, about how we change this year, and embrace it. Because I promise you that our little brains, our little human brains, are so much smaller and are not capable of the wisdom and the divine choreography of spirit that we are going to be guided through this year. So allow yourself to be guided. Allow yourself to open and be surprised by yourself. And allow yourself to course correct. Allow yourself to be different today than you were yesterday. You don't owe anyone anything. If you adamantly believed something yesterday and you've changed your mind today, you don't owe anyone for changing your mind today. So don't sell out. Don't sacrifice your truth. And it's okay. We're all changing. Energy is moving so rapidly. The world is changing so quickly. There's so much migration of ideas and technology and people on this planet right now. And that's because that is how quickly the world is changing and the energy is changing. And the only way we're going to be able to get through all of this and solve all of the challenges that are faced by every single human being walking this planet, whether it's with the climate or food scarcity or the economic situations around the globe or education, no matter what it is, if you are living your truth, then you will be guided to step into creating the solutions or being part of a group of people who are creating the solutions that we need in the world. So that's my message for 2018. And I am so grateful for those of you who are here with me and just tuned in and stuck around for a few minutes. And let's see, do we have any questions? Kashi Khan, how could we overcome procrastination? My friend, you're going to procrastinate on anything that you're not meant to do. That's my short and simple answer. I heard someone once say that someone said that he files half of what comes across his desk, he just files it in a drawer. And when asked why, he said, because half of things just magically, naturally solve themselves. And if you look back at your life, it's true. You don't need to address every single issue. You don't need to respond to every problem. You don't need to work on every project. And Kashi, if you're asking this question because you're feeling that you're procrastinating at school or in your job, it's because you're not where you need to be. Where you need to be is doing that which makes you feel passionate about what you do every single day. And if you wake up and you can find a way to do what excites you, you'll never procrastinate a day in your life. The worst you'll ever do is take a day off because you're tired and you know that it would be great for you in 2 days to have a ton of energy to do what's coming ahead on the road for you. I hope that answered your question, Kashi. Thank you. It's a very good question. Julia says, turn off the news is great advice. Thank you for the uplifting message. You're welcome, Julia. I was just on this camera with Julia for about an hour tonight, and then an hour and a half even with Julia and the rest of my team in Amy Carrier's classroom. Bertola, hello, how are you? I'm learning more about Sweden. We just had a long conversation with Alex. So we're learning about some of Julia and I were learning about some of the challenges that are going on in Sweden. And I think that this is actually, I mean, this is part of it. We're all being brought together in this big global family because we need to understand what's happening globally, and it also helps us to understand our own challenges. We learn from each other. You can't learn in a vacuum. You can't grow just by working by yourself. So find your team, find your partner. I mean, that's the other thing about this master number 11 year. 11 is a 1 and a 1, and 1 and 1 added together in numerology is a 2. So this is also the year of partnerships. So new partnerships will find you, will come into your life. Partnerships that aren't meant to be will break apart, and let them happen. You're human, so let yourself feel the emotions or the letdown or the loss or whatever comes along with that. But you will get through it, and there is something much bigger and better for you right beyond that challenge. So just let go and move on. Bertola says he's almost sleeping, but he's following. Yeah, I think it's well after 1 a.m. in Sweden right now. So anyway, if there's anyone else who has a question, you can pop in here real quick. Otherwise, I'll just say, everyone, I wish you so much love, and I wish you nothing but blessings in 2018. And remember that blessings, they aren't always wrapped up in sweet little packages with happy little bows. Sometimes your biggest blessing comes with the greatest pain and the biggest challenge. But getting through that pain and that challenge will teach you so much about yourself and about whatever's next on your path that you will benefit. You will grow. You will be a better person. By the time we get to January 1st, 2019, you're going to be a totally different person from this year. So allow, surrender. At the end of every day, just kind of put your hands up and say, okay, universe or God or spirit, whoever guides you, I'm letting go, and I'm asking you for guidance, for you to steer me along my path. That's my recommendation. So I love you all. Thank you for being part of my human family. Thank you for connecting with me here on Facebook. And I'm sure I will see you somewhere else. And thanks for listening. Good night, everyone. Happy 2018. Oh, by the way, this month of January, this year is so big that there are 2 super full moons in January. So January has a blue moon at the end of the month. So enjoy this incredible energy, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Take care.